All right. 10 minutes since the market has opened. And let's see. We are starting the day with a upwards opening gap. So we'll go ahead and mark that out for the RTH session here. See if we get a move down to about 50% here. Overall, let's see. Our overnight high is at 5662.5. Overnight low was right at the beginning of the overnight session. So we got those. All right. Currently we are trading within this 4-hour order block. We have a monthly pivot up at 5,718. We printed a new one down at 5,410, just below this low from yesterday. Other than that, we are in a downtrend still. Big question will be right around here if we're making a lower high or not. Otherwise, we're going to probably take this high and run up into 5,900. So it seems like the end of this week is going to be pretty telling. And we also have some news here in about 18 minutes. We've got ISM Manufacturing PMI, Purchasing Managers Index, Diffusion Index, survey on manufacturing conditions across the U.S. So that'll probably move the market a little bit. So usually best to probably stay out until that is released. Also, we've got Bitcoin making a move up into the point of control of this prior range into the golden pocket of this whole retracement leg, as well as taking the previous month high. So in a pretty interesting spot here. Will we get a short opportunity is the question that I'm asking myself. I'd like to see come back down and close below here would be nice, but it'll probably follow whatever the traditional markets are doing. In Q, very close to taking the prior month high. Wouldn't even want to enter a short until it did that, to be honest. NQ is, of course, looking a bit more bullish than ES, that is. Already swept the previous day high. We're trading about 80 basis points above previous day high. $19,492 previous day equilibrium. And there's our previous month high. Just keep that in scope. So of course we'll want an alert when we break that. We've got a bug. Gold made a pretty good move overnight. The downwards gap. Damn it, bro. Jumping below the previous month equilibrium point. So now we have this RTH gap on gold. See if it comes back up to retest this 3270 level. Otherwise, we have a gap fill coming up. We got this area that needs to be filled. So put an alert down here. Really mostly interested in this level. Or this level up here, just based off of that. So we did come down and actually tap it, just not in the regular trading hour session. We're having an issue getting above the previous month EQ point. little bit of a move before the 10 a.m. 10 a.m. news. Okay. SPX, the index looks like it's gonna fill this gap up here, which is about 40 points away. At that point, I think we would be at a pretty reasonable level. All right, Bitcoin coming down. Could be interested here on a short. If we're gonna move down below this low, retest the previous month high, might be an opportunity within there. And we're about to get a 4 hour candle. Actually, it'll be interesting to see if this 4 hour candle closes back in within this range. So I'll wait and see if this closes, this 4 hour closes below this previous month high, or we get this 15-minute move in Bitcoin, possible short. I would like to see maybe a move off of this 56.26 level. Okay, there's that. So it did come below this low. We got 5 minutes until news. So I'm not going to rush anything here yet. Going to ban this guy. Ban. See ya. Don't want to rush this. Then this is is looking pretty choppy on ES here. We got this gap fill about 40 points away. NASDAQ likely is going to take that prior month high, I would think. Let's see. Probably a little dangerous to take the longs up this high. I guess it could retest this order block, maybe. Overnight low at 19,812. Overnight high at right before previous month. All right. I don't know if I'm more interested in trading ES or in Q here, to be honest. But here we go. We're about to get this 4-hour candle closure and the news. I'm gonna watch and see if we get an opportunity to trade off this level. Make sure everything is working here. Yes. All right, 40 seconds. 40 seconds and 5626 will be the level I will be watching here. 5626. Ooh, this volatility, bang! See, this is why we wait, but we're getting a good move. Getting a good move. It's a lot of volatility though. I want to hold off here. Let it settle down. Yeah, so there's our volatility injection. Now to just look for possible entry points here. NQ, yeah, right into that level. Bitcoin did close there. So let's see if there's a short opportunity on this bad boy. Feel like there is. Let's switch over to NBT and hide.
Order filled. Order filled.
Alright. Bring that down.
Order filled. Order filled.
Alright, watch that. This is really choppy and sloppy right here. I feel like there is a long coming out of here, but it's not looking too appetizing. Might be looking for a little bit longer move, farther move down. Okay. Alright, here we go. Are we getting that bid? Looks like we are.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted.
All right. A lot going on here. Let's see if we get a spike up here. Come up and take the overnight high. Don't really like much else, to be honest. Alright, just make up your mind, go up. It's definitely given the vibes that it wants to go up here, and that 5626 was the level to bounce, so I'm gonna hold strong here. 5661. Get rid of some.
Order submitted.
Yeah. Quite a bit of volatility. Let's see here. I'd like to maybe enter.
Order canceled.
There we go. Good win on that account. I say 564375. We get a retest there. 564375. 564375.
Order submitted.
There we go. We're getting a good move up here. Unfortunately, though, this is going to move up as well. But this would be a decent spot for a sell down. Taking that monthly high, running up into this. First tap probably gets liquidated, but we'll see. See here. NQ solid 70-point bounce, nothing crazy. Gold still slacking. Oil, wow, oil big move up. Interesting spot though here.
Order filled.
Coming to retest the previous month value area low. Volatility, it's making it difficult this morning. Alright, so we took this local low. Oh. Let's go to the 15-second here. We're just chopping around VWAP here. Came down, swept this little low. I think we probably get a jolt up here now. I don't think we're gonna go lower yet. Especially in Q front running the previous month high. But anything could happen here. Let's see. I usually make a decision here soon though. We've got five minutes until the next 15-minute candle. Last area of support here, 5636, probably. 5636. Fill that full 15-second imbalance. almost filled. This little move down is getting wicked up. Yep. Alright, now it's starting to look like it is not going to go up. So just chopping around here, we came into the regular trading hour gap, bounced off that 5626 level. We've got NQ that didn't take that previous month high, it pretty much front ran it overnight. I would think we get a bounce out of here and continue upwards a little bit, fill out this order block, come take the overnight high. So reclaim VWAP right here and expect a continuation here, probably pretty soon after this 15-minute candle closes. Now we get a swipe up. It looks like it's happening now. There we go. There we are. Probably just target at least the overnight high. But we are chopping and slopping around the VWAP as well as the point of control. Let's see what the volume profile looks like. Yeah, today's volume profile, big accumulation, normal distribution schematic here. Yeah, need to stay above this. Really need to get above 5467. Claim this as support for another leg up. So we did just get a 15-minute closure here. And yeah, it looks like we're gonna start getting a move up here. So let's go. Looking at the 15-second. Be looking at Ninja Trader. Beautiful. There we go. Let's get some expansion here. Come on, baby. Expand.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
bunch of choppiness. Could get one more pullback into like 56.40, but it would need to bounce out of there. Otherwise, it comes back below 56.34. It's probably going to go down and take that overnight low. Is my assumption here. So Bitcoin is continuing its trajectory.
Order filled. Order filled.
Alright, I got this 1 minute closure, created this order block. Let's see if we can propel out of this. I get some expansion here. Like to keep it above 56.45 now. Gunning for that monthly pivot up north. Pretty good trend continuation off of the 1 hour 21 EMA. I don't see why this shouldn't at least continue up a bit more to the overnight high. I do not see why not. Although we are coming, into the short point of interest, of course, territory, so we expect some resistance up here, but with NASDAQ not taking the previous month high yet, and this gap getting close to being filled, I don't see why we don't run up at least another 40 points from here and test that just 5,700 psychological level. That's just got to be in the cards here, I believe. Like NASDAQ looks like it's a little bit more primed to run up. So, gonna stay with this verdict. You know what I'm saying? Buddy moves pawn to h5. Wow, this is a slow grinder, bud. Slow grinder. Be careful on a day like this, eh? Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Expanding triangle. Just back and forth, seeking and destroying lives, families.
Order canceled.
There we go. Just took some profit. Take a little bit more here in a sec.
Order canceled.
There you go. Some more profit. I'll get some continuation up to the overnight high at least. Then I'll exit. And then I'll exit.
Order canceled.
There we go, come on. About to hit that overnight high.
Target filled.
Oh my god, this other one fucking missed by a tick.
Order canceled.
I'm just gonna take that profit, let the other one ride. Very nice. Time to look for the next opportunity. In a sea of opportunity, there lies one golden nugget. Will he find it? Or will he not? Tune in next time to catch the real pirate of the Caribbean. Alright, gold after a nice overnight session. Doing absolutely doggy dog right now. Nothing going on. This is interesting. So we get a retest of this value area low here on Mr. Oil, which is going to be sweeping this little high right here. Be watching this. Take that high, we could probably run into this. I mean, it's real low in the pecking order here. You could get to probably this could be a range that's developing, but this is a previous month value area low retest, so I'm gonna put an alert there. We can see if we get a reaction. Alright, ES is struggling, stalling out here around the overnight high, but it does look like that was the right move. It wants to continue up here, so we will take it with dignity. Really just waiting for this gap to be filled. Then I think we can probably look for some shorts. But of course, pretty strong move yesterday. Don't want to be too hasty. with such decisions. And Q is going to be taking the previous month high probably here pretty soon as well. There we go. Overnight high has been defeated. So I think it's safe to close this position.
Order filled.
Very nice. So that was a nice, successful morning trade. First trade of the day. And let's see. Pretty much just wait for some alerts to go off. And then we can attack accordingly. 985.5. Let's check a continuation trade here, maybe. A little risky though, eh? A little risky. So if we get a bounce off of this. Where's VWAP? VWAP down here. 15-minute is gonna close above. It's pretty strong. Goodness gracious.
Order submitted.
See how we don't get a continuation off of this on it, Mr. NQ.
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order canceled. Order filled.
What?
Order filled. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted.
Order submitted. So we got a bit of a divergence here with Mr. ES taking the overnight high. Mr. NQ not. I'd like to see a bounce out of here. It is high up in this leg, but this is probably where the continuation would happen if it's going to be strong to move up there. Otherwise, you know, it's coming back to retest VWAP, but I don't know. We had a pretty good 30-minute candle, closed above the value area high. 15-minute close above this high. This is the fractal that broke it. I see this probably holding up and at least shooting up to the previous month high. I don't know why. It's just gotta go. You gotta go, bud. You gotta go. There's only one way. It's up. If you don't go up, then you're going down. And if you're going down, then you're gonna turn my smile upside down. And I don't want to frown. That's a poem by Beverly Bringus. Beverly, bring us up. Beverly, bring us the golden cup. That's another poem by Shermy Shermersons. A very beautiful poem. So come on, let's go. At least hit this overnight high. We got one target there. There we go. That's a good. Why do these blueberries taste like whiskey? It's a good initial push. Come on, sir. You're not allowed to be slow today. We've got a track meet. Lovely. Lovely. Come on. No wicking. There we go. Give us another 20 points here. Move it. Groove it. Beautiful, beautiful. Continue, continue, continue. Hit that overnight high. It's gonna stall out right before, isn't it? Come on. Come on. Yep, of course. Yep, hit this little block. Should just be a sell zone and then pops back up. Don't see why that would hold it up, but this is just overnight consolidation, morning consolidation. There we are. Just pop, lock, and drop it like it's hot. I'm gonna go ahead and close this.
Target filled.
On this account, nice. There we go. 2 longs for the morning session. 2 for 2. And we still got this one running on the other eval here. Let's go ahead and close that one.
Order filled.
Very nice.
Order canceled. Order canceled.
Alright, we'll let one continue riding up here. to, where else would we let this ride up to? Let's see. I'll just trail it. I'll just trail this other contract and see where it takes us. But ideally, let's see. Let's go ahead and move our stop though to break even.
Order submitted.
Or a little bit above break even. 992. So either it comes down, takes the rest of that, or we continue running up. But profile volume wise is looking a bit like a range accumulation profile here. So hopefully there's ES creating an order block. It's a good sign for continuation here. We might even have a overnight high retest for continuation. Now it's a tricky trade because we're already moved up. We're creating divergence here. We got room to run on the higher time frame. Well, we got the gap roughly 30 points, 20 to 30 points away. NQ is here to save the day. It just wants to come out and play. And here it goes. It's coming to the overnight high. I mean, the previous month. I'm going to move the stop up. It's coming to previous month high. And we're going to be looking for shorts on ES at least. Because I think we're going to have a divergence. We're going to have NQ take previous month high. And ES doesn't. Ooh. And it hits it right on the tick, but doesn't break it. What's going to happen? Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh. Oh. It probably did break it on the actual mini contract, not the micro. Let's see. Oh yeah, it did break it on the mini, just not the micro. So I think, I don't like that reaction, but we are just trailing. Not really a big deal here. It's just one contract. Bitcoin. Let's see, is it taking the first tap high liquidation? Oh, we're coming up into some great areas here. Some great areas of opportunity. Opportunity. Opportunacy. Yeah, there's just I don't know. This could be a massive bull trap to start the month off. Oh, that would be amazing. Oh, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? What's gonna happen here? Alright, I'm just gonna move the stop up even higher. Got 50 to 60 points here in the bag. I'm very tempted to possibly buy this order block retest on ES, but
Order filled.
all right, there we go. So we are currently flat.
Order canceled.
There we go. Now it is time to watch this level here. Could just bounce right off this. I mean, we're high up in the leg. We're coming up to our short POIs. Not a very advisable area to long, but from a continuation standpoint, I think if we could sweep this low and maybe get a long out of here. You know what I'm saying? Right here. Let's watch this 56, 58 level. 56. 56, 58. We'll just watch the reaction here on the price action charts. Ninja Trader. So we're trying to reclaim. This is the overnight high retest. I mean, you would think, okay, created a block, buy here, but just with this pattern, actually ideally would want to see this low swept, then move up. See if gold reclaims this previous month equilibrium point. Would like to see it move up to the 3270 retest. Let's test this range low that it broke through overnight. It's kind of giving those vibes here. Would be early, probably unadvisable. Could look for a possible buy out of there, but I don't like this low. I think that would just be forcing it here a bit. There's VWAP. Yeah, it's coming up into VWAP. There we go. Micros have taken the previous month high on NASDAQ. Let's see if it squeezes up a bit. We got ES squeezing up, so yeah, that was a long opportunity off that overnight high block. Now that this high has been taken, I don't know if I'm interested in this idea anymore. Probably got another, ooh, a frog spawned. Nice. Please respond to the frog prince. Hey. Thank you so much, Wonky Time. You're welcome. I got another frog token. So I expect, ES can move up another 20 points minimum. Probably run up into 5,700. And then going to be looking for signs of weakness. Pawn to H5. What is this guy trying to do here? What do I want to do? That blocks his. Open up this bishop file. Damn, it's a little hot in here. Alright, Betty goes pawn to D5 here. take. We could trade a bunch of stuff, but I don't want to do that. I could take with the knight. I leave my queen exposed, and then I'm in check. That's not good. Alright, now the market isn't doing shit. Ain't that nice? I really don't have a good position here, do I? Oof. Well, I could attack this. Then he'd have to move his. Probably would attack. Then I'd have that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I can't carry any more fish. Alright, kind of okay with it to continue up. I mean, not really a great long opportunity. Just want to see if we get a good short opportunity, really. If we look at our volume profile and take all of our drawings off, I mean, we're extended above the 2 standard deviation band on the VWAP, and from a volume profile perspective, when we were creating this kind of accumulation D-shaped profile, and now we're expanding. So I really like to see this tail kind of wick off of less volume, and then give us a sell. Otherwise, it's just going to be used as fuel to pounce higher, which is now we gotta. So we got this weekly opening gap, as well as this pivot up here at 5,718. That'll coincide with the index filling the gap. So this could be a big level to watch for. On a 5.7, just the 5,700s, obviously. So on the daily, you know. And then, let's see, get rid of that, get rid of that. Anchored VWAP here from the top. We are moving away from that. Over here. Coming from over here, from the beginning of this range. That's also 5. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty big level here. If we get up there today, which we probably will, going to be a pretty big fulcrum point, I suppose, going in for the next few weeks, if we're going down, if we're going up. Oh, hey guys. What's up? My bad. I was deep in thought for a second. Egg, what's up, Egg? Been a long time. Missed you guys. What's up, Jackie Shard? How we doing on this fine Thursday morning? I'm glad to be back. I missed being here. I am here. I am tan. I am a bit tired. A bit out of rhythm, a bit out of sync, but we've been having a good morning so far. 2 trades this morning. Now we're just trying to figure out where is this train going to stop and when do we get off, you know? But we just hit a pretty big spot. We got another volume level here. Very nice. Trading the 0-day contracts. Now that takes some balls right there. High risk, high reward, but that's awesome. How's he doing? How's he doing on that? How's that course going? He's up. Well, that's all that matters. As long as you're up. Oh, hell yeah. That's good. 150 a day keeps all the bills away. That's what I say today. Wow, look at this candle. Fuck. Man. Egg, what's new with you? You got to be almost done here with class. What, you got exams this week or something? I'm sorry I've been gone for a while. Blame it on my parents coming to visit me. It's their fault. Never again shall they disrupt my rhythm. Just kidding. It's always fun time with the family. But my extended family is here in the virtual world. Jack, what instrument is Mr. Kev trading? Ooh, is this a 3-4? Ooh. Interesting. See if it comes back into range here. Actually. Your girlfriend's coming back into town? Oh, that'll keep you nicely occupied. Good luck on your exams, my friend. What's going to be the hardest one? I do not miss doing exams. Somebody else was telling me they have to write a 2,000-word essay this weekend, and I was like, well, that does not sound fun. We could get a move back down from here. Ooh, 6 pages. That does not sound too exciting. I'd rather AFK fish salmon and trout here in Shiloh Village on RuneScape. Riverview. see. Could get actually a short opportunity. Scalp down into 650s maybe from this level. Let's see, how extended are we? We're not too extended on momentum. Maybe come back down and retest VWAP here. Ooh, I just got a clue bottle. What, you and your girlfriend got anything planned? Just going to the beach or what? Because I guess what, she'll be done with school too, so you guys are gonna have all summer together. That's cute. A little summer romance. Ah. What art thou, love, dear Romeo? And a sun that glistens so rosy near the beach like a shadow in my mind. I don't know what I just said, but something like that. A monologue for your... A penny for your monologue? A monologue for your penny? A penny for your love. Nothing planned? Well, that would be nice though, not having any school during the summer. I'm sure you'll probably be working though, eh? But once the summer comes around, there'll be no excuse. We'll have to get you into the RuneScape universe. And then you'll become addicted and it'll ruin your life. Just kidding. But not actually kidding. There's Bitcoin is moving up today. So did news good did news good come around? I can't speak. Did good news come across the wire? Now there was just some data today, nothing crazy. It's just the beginning of the month. No crazy news that I've seen coming across the wire. Just natural price action. I wouldn't get too caught up in it because it's kind of doing what I was talking about yesterday, where it was going to come and tap this level. Remember we were trading around here. I was like, I want to see it come up here. And this is our first tap into that level. Or we had our first tap this morning. And now this is getting liquidated. Those people who shorted early. And really what we want to see now is like, you know, it can move up a little bit higher. I mean, it can still move up and fill out this whole node up to this whole candle, essentially. You know, it could go up a bit higher, and that'll be fine. But it's the first day of the month, and so we did take previous month high. I wanted to wait for that, and so now we're just kind of waiting to see if we get a reaction down in here to short. If not, I think it would happen within the next two. I think it would happen by you know, this weekend, really. Why is the market pumping? Well, for me, I just think it's a relief rally, but because I mean, yields are still going up, and it means people are selling bonds and putting some money into equities. We hit pretty technical levels, though. I mean, this could be a very strong low. We swept all this liquidity. We retested this prior high. This was a 2.5 extension from the top. Retested the 0.5 extension from this move up. These all line up together. 4,800. I mean, it's a pretty technical level, but I think this is just going to be a lower high as we fill this gap right here. And I think it's going to be happening here pretty soon. Today or tomorrow. And we turn around. And, you know, we had a lot of uncertainty with the tariffs, and then Trump, you know, changed his mind again. There's still uncertainty, but then there's a little reprieve. I don't see a very fundamental reason for why the market's pumping, besides it just being a relief rally. Shorts from up here covering, and it's just a technical squeeze. If we start trading above 5,700 though, like kind of above this gap, you know, I do think we could move up back to all-time highs, but I think this consolidation area should hold up. Either way, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. It doesn't really matter what I think. It just really matters what levels to trade. And right now, I'm just focused on ES kind of moving back up into this monthly pivot up here at 57.18 and this weekly gap. So right around here is kind of where I'm looking. It might be 50. It'll be just this 5,700 area to there. This little zone, I'm going to be looking for short opportunities. Unless we just spike through it, but I don't know. Yeah, there hasn't really been any good news. I mean, like objectively, there's not like any good fundamental data. Like the news that came across today, let's check it out here. I mean, unemployment claims were up 20,000 since last month. So 20,000 more people filed for unemployment if, you know, you trust the data. So that's not good. The manufacturing PMI data that came out today, it was a little bit better than forecast, but it was worse than last month. It's a diffusion index, which means anything below 50 is a contraction. Anything above 50 is considered expansion. And it was below 50 again at 48.7. So manufacturers are still seeing contraction within, you know, the industrial and manufacturing industries. So that's not good. I mean, the only good thing is yesterday. Yeah, and the employment data yesterday was shit. Only 62,000 new jobs were added compared to 147,000 last month. GDP numbers are negative. The only good thing, I suppose, is personal consumption expenditures month over month didn't go up. So that kind of at least means inflation's a little subdued, but who knows? You can't really use that solely as your metric. So no really good fundamental news on the data wise. And then like that coinciding with, you know, the month just began. So I have a new monthly candle, and we're already taking the high of it from the previous month, and they're not being anything really great. It just looks like a really good lower high short opportunity to me. But I can definitely be wrong, and I'm totally okay with being wrong, to be honest. It won't affect me one bit whatsoever because I just trade. But I guess for positioning wise, this would be an area where I'd start looking for a swing short for sure. No, I don't hold anything. Nothing, nada. Nothing, nada. Not a lick, not a dollar. Just gotta holler at Frankie nada. Alright, we are getting to move up here. Put no alert for this level. No, I have nothing. I have nothing. I'm just trying to make a little bit of money here on the trades. And that's about it. Which this morning we were 2 for 2 on the longs. I don't know if we're going to get another opportunity here until the PM session. It would be nice to get maybe one more trade here in the next 15 minutes or so. But we are moving up to this level. Gold, not an opportunity. Oil, no opportunity. Yeah, these morning trades certainly can, good sir. Let me do that here. Okay, let me just show where the market opened. So market opened blah 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 9:30 right here. New York open. So just a little bit of context. Let's take the drawings off. Take VWAP off. So this was our overnight session. So this red box was our overnight session. So we gapped up. This is the yellow box, gapped up. This is the overnight low. We traded up all night and overnight, and then started coming down around 8:15, 8:30 before our first news data. We had news at 8:30, and then I didn't get on until 9:30, and we were waiting for about 10 for the 10 a.m. news to pop. And sorry, I'm just getting a little messy here. Hold on. Okay, so if I change this to regular trading hours, you'll see where our gap was from our close from yesterday to our New York open today. So we had this gap. So I was looking for this 5626 level, which is the midpoint of this gap, to be run down to. And so once I saw that happen, right around 10 a.m. when the news happened, then you'll see if I move to the 15-second chart, we got a massive spike up here. So it started getting really volatile. So it was a bit tough condition here right at the get-go, out of the gate. But when it pulled back here, all right, let's see if I can just pull it up on my Ninja Trader here. Yeah. All right, here, let me pull it up here. You'll see when it pulled back here on the after that 10 a.m. first spike, entered right here and just traded on the momentum. Sold some right there. It pulled back a little bit more, came back down to my entry, and then we finally got that move back up here and sold all of it up here. And where we sold it, let me see. Hold on, let me move this now again. The reason why we sold it there is we were targeting this overnight high level. So the overnight high is just a session, pretty much the like anything that happens in Asia or London. That was kind of the magnet for the morning. And the reason why I was looking for the longs is because we were going down lower into the news. And we had, a good impulsive day yesterday. And mainly because I saw that this gap right here on the index was getting close to being filled. So usually if it's jumped over this 50% level, the equilibrium, it's likely going to get filled. So I just felt the magnet was up here. So we took that trade and then took another trade on NQ as well, which was just a continuation trade. And this was a good trade, really good trade. We broke this high right here, and we just traded off this order block. It was perfect, bought around here, and then because this was another reason why I was thinking it was going higher, because I've been talking about like how I like to see the previous month high or low swept, and you'll see overnight we came really close to this previous month high level, but we didn't get to it. So as we started to come back in reverse, I had a feeling that this would hold up with strength to at least just as a magnet. This was the magnet, so just trade it from here to there, and those were the two long trades of the morning. And this, you know, has continued going up. Probably could have trailed it. But it's okay. Well, I traded 3 accounts today. I was in some drawdown going into the session this morning because I made one trade overnight that I got stopped out on gold. So it's just $600 right now, 200 times 3 for the morning session. So hopefully we can get another one this afternoon and make it 1,000. We'll see. Oh yeah, 64 fishing. So that is how the morning transpired. And now, like I said, just kind of waiting for this level to kind of hit the zone. Not really rushing anything. So this gap is about to get filled here. Just another 15 points. 15 points here is, you know, close to 5,700. Why was I trading gold overnight? I'll show you. because it was pretty technical. So been looking for this reversal on gold with this weekly candle last week printing this pretty much inverted hammer top doji, where this is a pretty good swing high formation. And then we had the monthly candle close, but we closed that daily candle below the previous month point of control. So essentially where all that volume is, we closed below it. So definitely, and these lows right here had not been taken. So when you see like this choppiness, like none of these, all these lows are all together, but they haven't swiped the main low. Usually these lows like to be cleaned up. So there was a magnet to pull this down here from a liquidity standpoint. Market opened. I initially intended on shorting right at the market open, which was the 6 o'clock session. The market was right here. Was right here. See ya, Egg. Thanks for coming in. Good luck on the rest of your week. I might be on tonight as well, so talk to you soon, brother. So market opens the overnight session around here. I wanted to take a short, but I actually had an order in for right up here at 3302 because I didn't want to mark it in because a lot of times it could squeeze back up and then go. So I couldn't get an entry in on the short. And so my next opportunity was down here at the previous month equilibrium point. So the previous month equilibrium point is essentially the 50% level of the last 50 minute candle. I mean, the last month's candle. And we had this consolidation area. This consolidation area right above the prior high. So if I do a fixed range tool, on this like little area, you know, there's a lot of, most of the volume is right there on that 3240 level, which lines up with the previous month equilibrium level. So this was a kind of a contrarian trade because I have been looking for the short and for it to go lower, but I was looking for kind of a mitigation bounce. We call that a mitigation bounce, is like this whole leg. This whole leg, you know, it was impulsive. So like when it was up to here, I just wanted to see a bounce back up and retest these low, the prior low that it broke through. Because I thought this was a good level to bounce off of. And it was, and the opportunity was there. It just not always, you know, it doesn't always necessarily work out even when the opportunity is there. Because I was probably a little bit early with it. I'm trying to see, I forgot exactly where I entered, but I think I tried to enter on this retest here. Once I saw it kind of break above this high, it didn't see this. The reason why I kind of was a little early is that it never broke this high at least, and it left this low here, which looked very reminiscent of all the lows over here that I was talking about. So I just kind of like I tried to enter right here, and I got stopped out like real soon, and then it just kind of, you know, dabbled down lower throughout the rest of the night. So never entered again. But that's why I was looking at gold. I was just looking for a retracement. Yeah, and funny enough, I did kind of end it for the day yesterday. I don't think I took a trade in the afternoon. But when does it make sense to stop? I don't have necessarily a profit goal for the day. I mean, I have something like, I would have levels that I feel comfortable with. Like for instance, yesterday, like if I'm up 500 in the morning and I don't really see any great opportunities, like I have no reason or no urge to really try to push it. But ideally, like in these prop firm accounts, I guess it's more based off of like what how much more I need for like a payout, and so I might just divide that over a certain amount of days. But I really just want to focus on, like, I know that there's going to be at least probably like 2 good trades within the session, like opportunities, and I just want to capture those and keep my risk the exact same, and really that's about it. And if I capture those, that's good enough. But no profit target per se. More so like a risk target, like if I were to lose a certain amount or if I'd be down a certain amount, then I just would want to stop. That would be more so, because if I'm up, say if you were up 1,000 and then you could just call it quits, but you know, the next day could have no good opportunity, and then the PM session for that day has like an amazing setup. So like you still want to take it. As long as you're, I mean, you could just, cut your your risk in half, and take it. Like I'll do that. If you're up, like 600, and you're like, okay, the PM session comes around, I'll allocate like $150 that I can lose, if there's a good setup, and if it loses that, then I just call it for quits. But if it wins, then you might get, a 3-to-1, 2-to-1 trade. So, yeah, I've never really had like profit targets because I don't want to feel like I can't. You want to be like, I feel like you want to be able to attack when you notice the good setup is there, and if you feel like you can't, then you kind of decondition your brain to attack when you see an opportunity. You kind of want to be conditioned to always attack when you see the opportunity. But you just want to be conditioned to the fact that you know how to manage your risk, and that's about it. That's why actually sometimes like sitting here on the computer all day can be a bit of a hindrance, because you're going to see a lot more false opportunities essentially than if you were just like away from the computer and just waiting for an alert to happen, and then you see if like that opportunity arises. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of how I'm approaching it right now. It could change. Also, the market's been really volatile, so there's kind of there's a lot more opportunity wrapped up into one at the moment. All right. Well, it's doesn't look like there's going to be another opportunity here. this morning. Or there could be, but nothing too crazy. So just kind of a rundown of what to watch for the rest of the day in the market here, and what I'll be looking for over the next 4 to 5 hours, is I'm mainly interested. I'm not really interested in another long if it comes down in here. I'm kind of just waiting to see if we get a move up to this 5,700 zone. And from there, I'm just going to be looking for any shifts in structure or signs of weakness to, trade back down into this range at least. That would be my next opportunity on ES. Gold, if we get a move back up to like 3270, I'd be looking, to come into this gap and retest this low. I'd be looking for maybe a continuation short down to the previous month value area low. So pretty simple, just something like that. Bitcoin or oil, might look for a scalp out of this zone if it takes this high. Bitcoin, same thing. I'm just it's gonna follow the traditional markets, but probably swipe the high again and look for maybe another short opportunity. Yeah, but I don't care about the bullish news because they always push the bullish news right when they're gonna turn it around again, and they always turn the bearish news when they're gonna turn it around the other way. So I don't. That's cool. I just don't know how much that will impact the price itself. But I think Bitcoin could continue going up to. I mean, ideally, I'd want it to stay below 99K if I'm looking for a short. It's hit this short my area of interest for weakness, so I'm not looking for longs here unless it would just be like a scalp. Now, just looking for changes in structure. So it could come down here, retest that point of control and short. Or it could even come down here, come back up here, come back, and then go like that. Yeah, the thing is like it could just skyrocket without me. But even if it does break this high, it'll give probably another opportunity, because usually price, when there's this big of a volume level, it's gonna have a hard time like just catapulting through it. Likely it'll break through it and then use it again as support, and there would probably be another long opportunity to take it to the highs, and so then I could get in there for a swing. But that's just my plan, just my idea, and I'm taking more of just kind of a trader's mindset. Just really looking for a day trade, more so than a swing. Like, I definitely wouldn't want to be opening the swing long right here. The swing long, the real swing. If you were gonna trade off this low, the opportunity was this retest right here, off of this order block. So like, this was where the real long opportunity was probably around 82 to 83K. Once you broke this internal high, came back down, and even that was a little sloppy. Because, like, I don't even like these lows. Like, these lows look like they want to be taken again. You have a double bottom here. You got this low, didn't take this low. It never came and swept this low. Just not really my favorite. I don't like this. I hate seeing stuff like this, like these close lows. Yes, it can double bottom, but more often than not, when you see these equal lows and the first low was never swept, it gets swept eventually. So, I mean, yeah, I could go all the way up to 130K and then come target this low, but the trade was kind of right here. at 82, 83K, the long to swing, and I wasn't a part of that at all. I mean, this low, though, if you look at the futures contract, I mean, it's still a very technical low. Because on the weekly, it filled this whole imbalance, this gap, pretty much to the tick, and it retested that high pretty much to the tick. So there is good, there's good logic behind this being the low and going up. I mean, it looks strong right now, right? I just know that, like, I wouldn't want to be, myself wouldn't want to be longing right here, considering, even if we could go to 130K, I'd want to see a move up, a move down, and then I'd have, like, mitigate my risk more and then take it up. But for now, I got to just play, like, the probabilities. And for me, the probability is this was a massive volume level in this whole range. We broke down, changed trend, and we're getting this first retest into that level. So I just got to think, if I see signs of weakness, then I got to jump on the short. So we'll see what happens. What's up, Mighty Cal? Good morning, mate. Long time no see. Where you been? How come you haven't been on the computer for the last 2 weeks? Just kidding. Talking about myself. What's new in the neighborhood? It's good to be back here with you all. I'm about to wrap it up here, though, for the morning session here. I do plan on doing a RuneScape stream tonight, unless somehow I'm just super fucking tired. But I got to get back on the RS servers. We got to get back into consistency. Can't be letting you guys down here. What's new? I'm AFKing as well. I'm AFKing right now. Blah, blah. Yo, I'm AFKing. I'm just at Shiloh Village AFKing salmon and trout right now. I got to get one more level for 65 fishing. Wait, today's a holiday? Wait, isn't May 1st the day the Illuminati was founded? Yeah, Jack. I mean, Jack, I don't disagree with you. I think there's very good reason to say that was the low. I mean, we were looking for this 70K area. This could be the low. I mean, this is a strong move up, and it does look, like it could go for that next high. And I think there's a high likelihood you could definitely be right. I'm just saying that from a trading standpoint, I can't warrant myself longing right here, So, like, if I'm not in the long, then I just miss it from here, and that's totally fine. I'm just saying that it's better knowing that we're in all this resistance, we're in the golden pocket, we're at the point of control, the previous range, we shifted trend, we're retesting this channel high. Yeah, we broke out of it a little bit, and that's looking good. That weekly channel from, I mean, this does look good. It's starting to reclaim the top of it again. That we definitely could be moving up higher for sure. But I'm just saying, if I want to be a part of that long, I gotta see us reclaim this point of control, and then probably retest this level again, and then have my stop, around 93K or whatever, and then take it up to wherever we go from here, which would be like, first target would be like 122K, 120K, 130K. Mighty Cow, what holiday is today? Is it a RuneScape holiday? I don't even know it was a holiday today. It's May Day. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, because wait. Isn't it, Cinco de Mayo is coming up? Yeah, and then... Ah, okay, like Labor Day. Interesting. On a Thursday, that's cool. I'll take it. Yeah, in other countries, yeah. That dip in 2020 before it hit all-time high. Let's see. What is that? Let me look at the Bitstamp chart. Dip in 2020. Yeah, see, the issue with the 2020 dip though is just context much different because of the Covarinos. Let's see. On that dip we had how far did we dip? So we did a 63% dip though over 4 weeks. How much did we come over? So from our recent all-time high, we went down about half of that, 30% over 11 weeks. I mean, that's it. And then we were in this range for, that low took half a year almost. Yeah, I mean, very much could be the low for sure. And I do like this 3 drives pattern. 1, liquidity, filled this imbalance. And then this is a pretty sharp move up, you know. I guess the only thing is volume is pretty low. And volume has been decreasing on this move up. I'm sure if I look at Addis and look at the open interest and stuff, I do need to look at more volume related metrics. You'll see, you know, there's a lot more volume on these moves downs here. And here we go, we break. This volume on this didn't even break any of these volume levels. And here we're just slowly tapering off. Just from that alone, you know, we don't have any. We're also going to have, if it does, we're going to have some bearish divergence here if it does return, like, you know, if it hits this level and then comes back below this low, we're going to have a pretty big divergence into where I would think it comes back down first to 70K. I like this 63K level as the next point of interest. And this range broke about right here. Yeah. I think could see this level taken, and then this block on daily, or this daily order block that really started the range break here. So if this area does short Like it goes boom, boom, retest. It'd be like all the way down here. Something like that. Or so then like we look at this range, so it starts about right here. We break it like right here. So we could do a full rotation into this higher, this value area high hasn't been tapped. So like if you, I think if you were to build a swing short out of this level, you know, you're gonna, this is kind of the, this would be the trade here, which is a nice 7-to-1, 8-to-1. Short this 98K, stop at 102, 103, trade down to 65. That's probably what I'd be looking for. I don't know. I just say with all the other economic and fundamental news going, I know a lot of people are looking at this level, and because a lot of people are looking at this level, you know, what I can see happening is that everyone and their mother was probably trying to short here. I have to go look at the volume. I need to open up my other software and check that shit out. But you know, it actually could run up, hit this 101K level, get everyone really bullish, and that would be the ultimate bear trap. I mean bull trap. Take this high, liquidate the high that broke the low. We see that happen a lot. The supply and demand zone that's responsible for breaking structure. First tap gets liquidated as inducement, and then, you know, there's you could even like trade really like this, really tighten it up. So maybe it retests 100K again in this volume node. So this volume node right here. So within this little, yeah, that's the stuff I'd be looking for here on Bitcoin for sure. So yeah, definitely could go up. I'm cool with whatever it does, to be honest. I mean, I do like, I don't know. I definitely have more of a. I'm always more of a contrarian, and I, for some reason, have some sort of sadistic quality in me that likes to see everything fall down. But just because there's more opportunities, but I think, you know, for Bitcoin long term, probably healthier if it does come down this way, because it can get more accumulation. If we do rocket up here to like 130K, then that's probably the last of Bitcoin for the next year or two. And we just come down, and we probably would either reaccumulate here or come back down to 42K. So we got our anchor VWAP from the very bottom here. Down here. We've extended over the 2 standard deviation bands for quite a bit. And then from this low, you know, it's a good reclaim. What was it from this high? Yeah, so this is something else. We never really got a retest of this. So, yeah, so here to here, there was a test. And then if we bring it down to that low. Interesting to see how 90K, midpoint of this range right here, holds up. So you could even get something like this. I think that would be really hard to trade, to be honest. That would screw a lot of people up. Or you just get just kind of scenario mapping here. You know, this here, retest that point of control, and then boom, down back to the lows. Well, I think I have a pretty good idea of like what would happen is maybe what I would do. Like if we look at the futures contract, we're starting to get into some strength. Put an alert here. See if we come back and tap this wick. Damn. And we're coming back into range here on ES, probably to fill this little gap. There it is. Boom. Wow, coming down pretty aggressively. And in Q, coming down 150. Ooh, we're coming down. All right. Not much happening here right now. It's almost noon. I'm gonna go make some lunch. But I'll be in the Discord and I'll be on the servers and hopefully I'll be on RS tonight as well. But yeah, I'm gonna call it quits for the morning on this trading session. A good one, 2 for 2 on the longs, and we'll see if we get anything else this afternoon, but I'm not gonna push it or not. But anyways, much love to the neighborhood. It's good to be back in my natural habitat. Much love to all y'all, and as always, it is wonky time.